Okay, fun fact about names. In American Indian tribes, your name represented your destiny. Like the tribal kids were often named after the circumstances surrounding their birth. So no wonder that the great warrior that was to become known as Chief Red Cloud was born under a white cloud? No, red is warlike. Now, the cool thing is that that happens in the Bible too. Like, whenever God assigns a name, it represents a life quest, the thing you were made to do. For example, Abram apparently means exalted father. Abraham means father of a multitude. I didn't know that until recently. Anyway, but the example that strikes more close to home in the Gospels is Jesus renaming Peter as Cephas, which means rock. But there was something else. The Hebrews would never say God's name, except for maybe by the high priest like once a year. Why not? Again, the American Indians give us a little insight here. See, they always have like two names, apparently. One is the public given name, and the second one, well, no one really knows it except you and maybe the medicine man, because your private name, even if someone else knew it, they would have a certain power over you. So for the Jews, even though they're a different culture, they still had the sense of a name having power over somebody. For them, the idea of having power over God, not going to work. Power in God is a one-way street. Therefore, the name of Yahweh was held as holy and protected. We already spoke about the meaningfulness that calling someone by their name gives. It doesn't give us power over them, but it sets up a relationship. And we should do that as often as we can as missionaries. But there's something special about when God calls us by our name. He's giving us the mission we were made to do. And for someone who's down and out, often questioning the meaningfulness of their life because they're destitute, poor, alone, suffering, that's very powerful indeed. And Chief Red Cloud eventually became baptized a Catholic because a missionary encountered him and told him precisely that God was calling him by name for the mission he was called to as a Christian. The challenge you've been waiting for. Take a moment to imagine Jesus coming down from the mountain where he was praying, and he's meeting with all his disciples. He's about to choose those who would be allowed to follow him. And he looks around at everybody, his eyes set upon you, and he calls you by your name to come and follow him. And you don't need to hear anything else. You just come running. Your life is forever changed. Now your life's meaning is grafted onto the meaning of the Lord's own redemptive plan. And you ask him with all candor, "Here I am, Lord. Now what?"